now doesn't play YouTube links, so I have to figure this out. So we'll figure this out as we go.
You know what? Right as you did that update, we hit live, so everyone now also heard that update. So stream, thank you. Thank you for,
at least they know, you know.
At least they know.
You mean you haven't been orchestrating this music this whole time?
Well, I have.
That's not what I meant.
I mean, it's well, no.
Why did it stop taking YouTube links? What kind of links does it take now?
MKV.
It just says, unfortunately, due to the new policy of Discord, YouTube links cannot be played through bots.
Ew.
The new policy of Discord.
They're
Yeah.
calling you a bot. Actually, that's
So it
the
says
main message.
You can search for the song instead because they have like a search program. So this was just on there.
So there's like a
yeah,
Christ. It's like a database.
sucks because I just paid for this bot. It's only like $3, but oh well. Anyways,
We're
D&D
live,
time.
kids. We're live. Okay. Let's just... I think we're going to ease into this one. Everybody seems very
Tired.
low-key, you know?
Yeah, I'm fucking exhausted.
Me
I'm
too.
feeling very
Honestly, when I
sore.
saw True's message, I was like, oh yes, it's canceled. I'm so jazzed.
No, no.
I was like, fucking 45 minutes.
I have food
Makes-
coma.
Makes it worse because now we're starting late. It's okay though. We left last time on a pretty neat beat, so we'll just dive in from there, and it'll be okay. I think we'll get into it as the thing rolls on. So let's see your little recap.
Like RP heavy session, shall we?
I like
We'll
it.
see. It's up to you guys. Last sesh skis, you collected the corpse of Gantash. There were some conversations that were had around the body. You made your way back to Elturel, which Bazit teleported you up to, and then you inadvertently left him in the vehicle yet again. And very quickly made your way into the thing. I'm not going to go into too much of the detail, but basically you now have a Gantash who is waking up with the similar markings that you saw on Nunu, protruding from the wounds that were created on his face from the hand of Vecna. Those big blue veins now kind of pulsing and forming their way around his face as he came to, and a little bit of a conversation was had with some of the denizens down here in the High Hall basement. You found out that there's about 3 days left approximately on your clock before Elturel gets pulled either onto Avernus or into the River Styx by the demons, and the war rages on beneath it, which is now more audible than ever. Your unicorn is still passed out, and I believe the last thing that was said was, we have work to do, and that's where we're going to play it from. So it was a little bit of a solemn moment. Buru was freaking out, if you recall that. But there you are, and Alder Ravengard standing before you. Rhea Mountainlorn as well. Just kind of looking you guys over in awe as to what's happening here, and Alder agreeing with Yoll that the best thing to do is to move forward. And Gantash, you were just waking up. So I guess I'll start by asking you if there's anything that you would like to do, as you have, you kind of sat last session out for the most part. So let's start with you if there's anything you want to do.
Yeah, there's nothing I'd like to do.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
I think the last thing that was said, from what I remember, Yoll kind of like patted me on the back and said, like, we have work to do. I don't really have I think I just nodded in response, so I don't really have an action other than to follow what his action is. Walking him.
Other than to get to fucking work.
What is the plan from this point forward? How do you expect, in the limited time that we have left, to pull us out of this torment and return us to our material plane? As Alder just kind of eyes over the group.
Well, for one, do you know that there's a celestial in the companion?
I will have to take your word for it.
There's a celestial in the companion. We can get the celestial out of the companion.
And you have a method for approaching such a dangerous object?
Well, we got the key for the object. We don't know how to get to it, but you know, baby steps.
However high in the sky it is, I don't suspect that it will be an easy task. And is it as simple as inserting a key and freeing it?
Nothing's ever that simple, is it?
So before I bring you back to the other people, I think it best that we sort this out away from prying ears and eyes. Rumors have been abound, and many people are getting restless. In fact, we've had to section some of them away in a sort of makeshift prison. I would hate for them to get any ideas to try to
Rumors
prevent
of what?
rumors that there are devils, invisible, speaking to some of our denizens, and rumors that a raid is coming. Also rumors that we only have mere hours or days remaining, which it seems like that one might hold the most truth.
Well, the city is quiet for now. But
Well-
it sure as fuck won't be when it hits the surface.
No. So then, how can we help?
I don't think you can. Who
And how-
amongst the people in this temple can reach the sky for a celestial? Seems like you're looking at who can do that. Not to mention, our journey continues, seeking out the sword that Zariel hid, which we have its location in combination the celestial, maybe even this unicorn and the sword. We'll figure this out once and for all in the face of Zariel.
Well, it seems like we don't have much time. And that is quite a bit that you still have left to do. Perhaps we should focus on what's closest. And perhaps that celestial can be of assistance in those other matters. So again, if we can help, I would like to, though it seems as though our strongest spell weaver is not exactly fond of your group. Not that that should matter at this point. But if you're not going to use her, I suggest we come up with a plan.
Out of character. He just say Varia is the strongest spellweaver.
He suggested it.
Do you think she might know anything about the Celestial?
No.
This is the first anyone's heard of this, I would imagine.
And do you think she could help us in unlocking it then?
Also, no.
Well then. We don't need to put our differences aside. We came here to do just that and unlock the Celestial. We were planning on burying Gantash first, but it seems like we don't need to do that anymore. How are you feeling, old man? Do you need to rest?
I don't think I feel anything, Silas, but thanks for asking.
Oh, I know the feeling.
I'm sure you do.
Lack thereof.
Well, looks like we know what we need to do.
How will you be doing that? You have to get 100 feet in the air, next to a crackling ball of lightning.
We had to get 200 feet in the air to get here.
Well, I think it's possible. DM question. Can unicorns fly?
You
Does
might be thinking of
Gantash,
Pegasus.
does Gantash know that unicorns can fly if they can?
Well, we know that we saw. I forget the name of the horse, but the Dreadsteed. We saw that it was flying with Haramon on it.
And, well, I mean, Buru's been flying it. Like when he's traveling alongside you guys, it's been flying. It can only go that fast when it's flying.
Wait, so this horse can't walk? It can only fly?
No, it can walk. It just can't. It can't walk as fast or run as fast as it can fly.
What the dick is the point of being a horse if you can't?
It has jet engines for legs. To answer your question about the unicorn, no, you know that they actually can't, or at least you've never heard of that before.
Well, despite the unicorn not being able to fly, still think it might have some wisdom to share, as it was once an orb itself, companion of sorts itself, except instead of zapping humans, it was zapping demons. So I think it could provide some insight how we can get close to it once it wakes.
Can you remind me again, Gantash, what the purpose of the companion is? Or the history? Yeah, like if we take this thing out of the sky,
Well,
is it protecting Elturel currently?
Elturel's in hell, so I'm not...
Well, yes, but to some extent.
It was originally used to protect against vampires. If you see any vampires, then let me know.
I know of one. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Point being, is taking it out is not going to do anything. At least I don't think. It's not killing devils or demons, so... You know, it would be really ridiculous.
What's that?
I'm only saying this to buy Elturel time if we need it. What if we swap the Celestial for the Unicorn, and the Unicorn can then zap devils, or rather demons, across the city, while we buy ourselves some time to do the remaining tasks?
It looked like the city was fairly empty when we came in, but
What happens in a few days?
True.
Just some food for thought. Take out the celestial, put the unicorn in, and we have a demon zapper.
If that is in fact how that works and there isn't some other magic in place. Intriguing.
And then when we're done, we just save the unicorn. Again.
this will be the third time we saved this unicorn.
Third time.
No, we rescued it from the genie, and then you saved it from dying, and then
Oh,
now we're gonna rescue it again.
that wasn't really a rescue. Second time.
Yeah, that was more some bullshit.
Well, should we go upstairs and fiddle around with the keys and maybe fly up to it? See what we can do? Unless you know of any, like, keyholes in the city that might fit a big, huge tungsten. Or, sorry, not tungsten.
Adamantine.
Adamantian rod.
I'm going to ask, do I? But I feel like I already know the answer is no.
Sorry, you're asking, do you?
Is there any, like, keyholes in, like,
They're asking, are there any holes in the city that look like they would be willing to accept an adamantine rod?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll on it. Like, it just nothing really is gonna come to
I
mind.
knew it.
Yeah, especially in your kind of altered, state that you're in right now, and all the adrenaline of being reborn. Although, is it really even adrenaline anymore?
Can you even have adrenaline if you don't have a heartbeat?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a chemical produced by your brain, but it affects the rest of your body, and most of his like physical life-giving impulses don't super duper happen anymore.
Sounds like a plan.
Someone's got to go talk Buru down too. So
Yeah, Buru's upstairs. Rhea is gonna step forward, and she's just gonna kind of rush up and say, "I'm coming with you. Wherever you are going right now, I'm coming."
fucking right you are.
Then let's go. Where's that push forward, get to work attitude, Yoll? Let's go.
You got a lot of lip talking to a high rider, you know? Give her a little wink.
What?
You'll see.
I didn't even think. Oh, okay, you'll have to explain that. Let's go.
Raven Guard, do you think you can keep the peace down here for a little longer? Prevent mutiny?
We've been doing just that.
Well, you've been throwing people into a fake prison, so
Whatever it takes.
sure. I would say maybe do what you can to assemble those available for or able to fight, just in case.
We have few left, but I will do that.
Just make sure everyone has some reasonable expectations.
Okay. And he takes that and takes his leave. The guard takes his post, makes sure the door stays open. Kind of nods towards you guys. So you're headed up.
See.
Where'd that fucking cow go?
Si, senor.
See.
Si, senor.
Oh, I gotta get your big horse boy. Unless otherwise stated, I'm going to just have the nightmare follow Buru.
Yeah. It's following me.
Okay, so you guys make your way up, and when they come out, Buru, what is Buru doing at this point?
He's probably just standing there with his arm on Baldur. Just like slightly caressing his fiery fur.
Where's the unicorn?
I mean, it was passed out down on the stairs, so unless you wanted to take it with you.
Yeah.
You want to take it with you? So somebody's got to carry it.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, I'll carry your fucking horse.
All right, so you strap up the unicorn. Oh.
Gracias, senor.
Senor. Okay. Buru, you guys just come up to Buru petting his fire horse. What do you guys do?
You alright, pal?
I'll be fine. This Gant. I'm gonna look at Gantash. And then I'm gonna look back at Baldur. I'll be fine.
Don't have much choice in the matter, so damn right you will be.
Yeah, we have a lot to do. Are we really bringing that thing with us? I'm gonna look at the giant unicorn carcass body.
Of course.
For Gantash's request.
Shouldn't we try to like do something about it right now? Or it's gonna hinder us?
Do something. Do what about it?
It's already alive. It's just unconscious. It needs time to wake.
I would have liked to leave it downstairs. Ravengard can let us know when, if and when it wakes.
How would he do that?
Same way he has sent you any number of messages.
He hasn't sent me any.
Out of character, he has sent us a number of messages. He's sent us a bunch of messages.
I think it's I've sent him and he's sent back.
Is that different?
Oh, alright, whatever. We'll bring it, I guess.
Yeah. Because I can send a message and he can respond, and that's it. He hasn't sent any. Yeah, he hasn't sent any.
I didn't realize the response was part of the spell.
Okay. Ray is going to address the group. Just kind of look everyone over. See. Buru, you look rattled. Unless there's some reason that you can't do this if you're not up for it. We're going to need you.
I know. I contemplate on many things, but don't worry. You know me best. We'll keep moving forward. Just a lot on my mind, you know?
I certainly hope so.
You have to address me and Yoll differently. And I'm just gonna wink as well.
I don't. We're not even. I'm not gonna ask
We're
questions.
practically family. But gotta address us differently now.
I will believe that when I see it.
Actually, I have a question for you. What have the people been okay down there? Is there like are you okay?
No. Every minute we get closer to a certain agonizing death. And the capture of hundreds of souls. So no, we haven't been okay. But we're at least strong. Gantash over there left us with a bunch of food that gained us our strength back, and our morale was lifted. At least for a time. But now there's nothing left to do to keep that morale high, but to accomplish something in the right direction. I will admit that I've felt a little bit lost without being on the warpath towards some sort of victory.
Well, I hope I hope you didn't build any rust. Because we're gonna need you. Be someone I can trust wholeheartedly.
At that, I'm gonna give him a glare. Fuck are we?
I'm just gonna ignore him.
Well, I'm certainly glad that after that altercation with Nunu, that you've all learned to set your differences aside. We clearly have to push on.
Yeah, at this rate, we'll all be undead.
Not
Glad-
likely.
Glad you still have your humor about you, Gantash. Let's see these keys.
Yeah, just
Right this
1
way.
second, Rhea. Game's paused.
Oh. Oops. We're at a time stop.
Wee.
Okay. So you guys are rolling out?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's bring you out to oh my god, there's so many maps. There we go. Okay. So you make your way out to the courtyard. Oh, he's big. And you find Bazit just comfortably sitting patiently yet again in your vehicle, whichever one you would have left him in before. I believe that was the Demon Grinder. And down the steps you go to find that your attention kind of gets drawn to the crackling and lightning bolts of the companion furiously thrashing away. Closer towards the center of the city, I will say, can you guys still see my mouse in the fog of war?
Yeah.
Perfect. It's about here, so just off the side of the bridge, but still on your side would be kind of the center point as it points down in the center of the city. I would like everybody to give me a quick perception check as you make your way out.
Oh,
Holy moly, that was a lot of rolls.
Good start.
Wait, I think.
Oh, that's a great fail.
Wait, mine is actually 16. Ignore the what? Huh. Yeah, just ignore it. Just it's 16, I think.
You have you don't have any modifier?
No, I accidentally clicked on the half circle,
Oh, I see.
so it gave it +2 back.
I see. Okay. Dirty undead 20. Okay. Okay. Oh, my voice is cracking. Buru and Gantash, as you make your way out, you not only do you take in the kind of destruction that of the city and the companion thrashing about, but Yoll carrying the unicorn in front of you as it's slouched over his back, you can actually see that the horn of the unicorn is pulsing. It's got like a glow to it, and it's pulsing, though not like a rhythm necessarily, but it just kind of flashes up, dies out. A little bit of time goes by, flashes up.
I'm gonna stop Yoll. If we're all walking as a group, I'm gonna try to put my hand out to stop him. And if he stops, I will go to touch the horn.
Okay. And you can feel that a sense of warmth comes off of the horn. About 5 seconds before it lights up. And then it cools very quickly. You wait and you feel it again. It starts to warm up and then it lights up again. Give me an inspection check or investigation check, sorry. God, I'm still doing that a year later. An 8? Okay. Yeah, that's what you gather from it.
I'd like to mind link with the unicorn.
Okay.
And try to say, "You awake? You there?"
Very weakly in your head, you just hear, "There's a pattern."
Pattern for what?
Look close.
I look.
Lightning.
Oh, I look at the companion.
And in its just torrent of lightning, you can see that there's the lightning is actually primarily not really even hitting the city. It's kind of thrashing about in the sky. And the ones that hit the city, you can see, you're just watching, taking it in. It hits the city. And then you look back to the unicorn, and it's actually hitting as the unicorn's horn glows.
As it hits the city, the unicorn's horn glows.
Yeah, so the horn kind of flashes up right as the lightning bolt comes out.
And if it doesn't hit the city, it doesn't flash?
Yeah.
So if it hits outside of the city, it won't flash.
Like it's just kind of roiling through the sky, and it almost like it's building a charge, and then it hits the city.
And can I like identify like time between that? If I kind of, and I'll start like, as I'm inspecting this, I'll say, I spoke to the unicorn through its mind. It's just barely holding on. But it identified a pattern. The lightning hits in a pattern, which means we have a window of opportunity after a hit to get up there and put the keys in. Look, and I'll point to the sky.
And now, in your head, outside of your own mind link, now just speaking telepathically to you in its own kind of thing, you hear a humming, and you recognize it as almost like a hymn, like a prayer that is sung in the high hall, and at the end of the kind of verse of the song, it crashes a lightning bolt into the city. So it is off. It's not like a set amount of time in between, but like it kind of just hums, and you catch on that it's like at the end of this verse, bang.
I'll start humming.
Through. Okay.
I'll start humming out loud.
Okay.
And then at the end of the hum, point at the end of like every verse, or whenever like the crash of the hymn goes, I'll point to the sky and wait and hum and hum and hum and hum, and then point to the sky.
And you see, almost like orchestrating the lightning, for the rest of you guys see Gantash like pointing every time a lightning bolt hits.
I'd like to start scanning the companion for, I mean, I don't know how else to put it aside from keyholes.
How your ability, your sight ability, it makes things seem half the distance, basically.
No, it's quite specific. Sorry, I'm just pulling it up. You can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty, able to discern even fine details as though looking at something no more than 100 feet away.
Okay, well, I mean, I can't interpret that as like only those numbers. I think we've been through this before.
Yeah, you are able to discern even fine details.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, like, if it's less than a mile away, you would discern it as though it's even closer than 100 feet. You know what I mean? So I won't even have you make a perception check. This thing is close enough that it's not like you're unfazed by having to scout this thing out. Yeah, you can see, I mean, you're only looking at one side of it, but you can see 3 holes in the center rim, almost like the equator, I guess, of this sun-like object. You can see 3 holes, and it's not even hard to tell. They are clearly evenly matched to the shapes of the rods.
How many rods do we have? 6?
5.
5. How much time is between each lightning strike? Like, how long is the verse? Excuse me, of the verse of this hymn?
So it's a pretty slow hymn, and so you're looking at about 25 to 30 seconds, though it's not always the same, but it is very clearly going in exactly that pattern as Gantash hums.
Hummus.
He looks at you with a pita in his hand.
Don't talk about bread. I'm doing a low carb day.
Ooh, you are in hell. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, now I just want bread. I will point out the keyholes along the equator of the companion.
How far is that?
150 feet.
Well, How many? Wait.
Five.
How many keyholes is that?
I see 3. Presumably, there are some more on the other side.
Oh, right. I mean,
So we
might be a
found-
little too late, but I remember Bell saying rods that are real. Hopefully, we didn't get scammed, right? There's no way a dragon would bring us fake rods.
We
I
gave
don't
him what
know
he
why
wanted.
you would even bring that up right now.
You know, just bad timing, I guess. If it doesn't work, we don't why. Well, let's get to it, I
Doesn't
guess.
work, we're all fucked. So yeah, sure hope.
Anyone volunteering to?
Yeah, I'll do one for sure. If not, I'll do it all. Got Baldur with me. I can
I mean,
probably time it.
you seem to be the only one with the immediate ability to fly. Unless Silas has been hiding something.
I can fly.
You can
Just don't
fall
know.
slowly, that's not flying.
No, I can fly.
You think he could pick up those rods?
I don't think I can pick up the rods. fly in
Well,
time.
can you make someone else fly?
I can.
Could you make me fly?
I can.
You sure? I'm not exactly light.
I just don't know. It doesn't. I don't know if you can pick up anything. I don't know how that works, Frank. Sorry, this is out of character because it doesn't
Link
say
the
anything
spell.
in the spell. It doesn't
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna rule it as whatever you can carry.
Okay.
It's just gonna apply the same as when you're in the sky.
When the spell ends, the target falls.
It's concentration, so you gotta trust me.
Oh yeah, just drop him off of Elturel. Hey guys, it's about to go in. Ah!
Fall damage is no joke.
That seems like a great way
Wait, do you guys think
to
if the
fuck everything
companion,
up.
if we had unlocked this thing, Eltor will just fall?
Companion isn't what's keeping Elturel floating, the chains are. The chains are pulling Elturel down. Elturel itself is trying to go in the opposite direction.
How?
That's what I was trying to ask earlier inside to Gantash, but
How do
Gantash
we
doesn't-
know the companion's not holding Elturel up? I mean, either way, we're gonna unlock this thing regardless, but I think we should think about what happens after, at least.
Let's think logically about this for a moment. The companion was holding Elturel up. Why are chains pulling it down?
Well, maybe
bring it into the River Styx, looks like.
it hasn't been this whole time. The companion could be trying to keep it from descending into Avernus.
No. It's not what it was designed to do. At least from what I can see. Davius was made out to be the hero of Elturel, saving the city from vampires, using the companion as a second son. But I think what keeps Elturel up or resisting being pulled down is that it does not belong to this plane. It belongs to the material plane, so it's resisting. Potentially, it's dragged down to Avernus.
Well, we won't know until we try. I seem to agree with Gantash. I trust his knowledge.
Was it because I'm undead now, all of a sudden we have trust between us?
You lived in Elturel your entire life.
I know.
Or when he didn't.
But yeah, we're bros now.
Apparently.
You just needed to become an abomination.
Requirements
Well,
for being bros with Silas require no emotions, not breathing, no feelings, no blood, no hunger.
Yeah.
And 4 hours of sleep every night.
Well, Yoll, I can make you fly as well if you would like.
Yeah, fuck it. I've always wondered what it was like to be a bird.
This image is fantastic for me, but
Flying turtle.
the mental image. Tree trunk boy.
I'll cast fly.
I have a
Which I already
question.
did. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, turtles have a feature where they can retreat into their shell. But technically speaking, they lose their mobility because their like arms and legs are not out. But if I can fly,
Yeah, I would rule that as you can still fly. I mean, of course, you're not using your legs to propel your momentum. You're not like swimming through the air. You could be a blue turtle shell and catch a
Oh my
demon
God.
grinder.
Stop.
slowly starts spinning.
Stop. Oh my God. That's pretty good.
Who's it first?
I'll cast
Alright.
fly on Yoll.
I'm sorry, I gotta say one more thing. I just pictured you going in your shell and then you stick a rod in each of the holes and you just fucking fly up. Like a dispenser of rods for Buru.
Beyblade.
Like a fucking Beyblade.
And he just drops down into Elturel like a big bowl and he just starts.
Okay, alright.
Did we maybe get ourselves a little bit closer?
Yeah. Oh well.
I wanna
Bazet, you stay here.
inspect the rods actually before we take
Sure.
them.
For sure. What are you looking for?
Like, do they all look the same?
Yeah, they're all pretty similar. They all have infernal runes carved onto them, and the adamantine that you can see clearly matches the armor that you're currently wearing. But it is kind of inlaid and forged into it is the same type of infernal iron that you've been seeing pretty much everywhere here. So it's like a mixture of adamantine and infernal with runes carved into it.
Okay, and I want to pick one up.
Okay.
Do I have trouble?
I mean, it's quite heavy. You're capable though.
All right. Just gonna whistle Baldur over.
Okay.
And before I get on, I'm just gonna, I guess, watch Yoll and Silas do their thing before I go on ahead.
Well, we should get closer. I'm not insane, right?
Say
Oh,
like
right. Yeah.
walking the whole time.
Sorry. Yes, we should.
Yeah, we can say that you guys were like creeping.
But
up
I
close.
don't think we should be walking because we have to move 5
Oh.
of these rods and we can barely carry them.
Oh, true.
point.
Yeah.
Valid.
Let's hop in the.
Also, we have to carry a fucking unicorn for some reason.
I wanna hop on Baldur and fly ahead. Actually,
Okay.
Let's load
Now-
up the unicorn into the back of the demon
I'll get about
grinder.
here, I guess.
Okay, well then, since he's doing that, I guess I'll load up all the adamantine rods by myself.
Weren't they already loaded?
No, we brought them into the.
Yeah,
Oh, we
You have
did.
to RP that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
we brought them into the courtyard.
Oh yeah, you
I
did.
didn't know
You
that.
saved.
I thought they were. I thought the. Okay.
I remember
We did
that
because
too.
the vehicles we couldn't bring into the.
I forgot.
courtyard.
Sorry.
I'll carry one.
You will drag one.
Oh,
I thought I
gonna,
carried one in there.
I'm gonna
didn't I?
see that, and
I'll
what will
carry
happen
two.
differently? I'll actually push Silas to the ground and grab the rod.
All right.
All right.
What?
Bully?
Okay.
Ray is gonna get her hands on one too, and
Yeah, get it, girl.
make her way out with one. Actually, I should say with Silas, you just mostly like really struggle. But still, so I will say, yeah, you're able to, same way you brought them in, you're able to bring them out, and you can get them loaded up. So how do you want to load them? You want them split? You want them on one?
I was gonna load them onto the demon grinder until we got closer.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you want to take Bazit with you too?
No, I want to send Bazit inside. I vote to send Bazit inside. We should have brought him in with us before.
Oh, you want to put him in the hall?
We should have sent him downstairs.
Well,
Why?
he got us up here. Somehow.
We're gonna need him if things get dicey.
Might be able to get us back down.
Okay,
We
sure.
also don't want to lose sight of him, and he could be weird, and who knows? Those people are on edge, and they might
He
kill him.
could be weird.
I mean, how would they feel about a demon in High Hall?
He's not a demon.
Yugoloth.
Yeah, he stays with us. Rhea just if he
He's
does
just a
something weird, tell him.
mercenary who was hired to fight with the demons. Different.
I'm sure everyone would be so happy and delighted.
Okay. We brought fucking.
The morale
whatever
would
the
go
fuck
right
his
through the
name
roof.
is inside
We were
brought
talking
a
to
the Hellsteed, whatever the fuck it's called, and the goddamn shield in there. Like they can fucking deal with a little alien.
A little creepy alien.
I'm sure they'd be delighted to see a Yugoloth who fought for the demons.
Who did such a bad job fighting for the demons that he was whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. Bring him with you if you want. He's your responsibility. Let's fucking go.
Come on, Bazit.
Okay. I'll sit tight.
I'll
And
get
you
in.
just hear, you see like kind of Rhea like looking around, and she just like mutters to herself like, "What the fuck is going on?"
You'll get used to it.
I'm sure I will.
Who's driving?
So you've got the unicorn, the rods, and everyone with the demon grinder.
Can we fit?
You can. It's just you're not gonna have like
Druid was
seats.
probably taking the horse.
Yeah. Buru's
Sorry,
on a
Buru was
horse,
taking
right?
the horse.
Yeah, you're still not gonna really have much sitting room. So the rods
Someone
are
can sit
basically.
in the claws.
Yeah, there you go.
Someone can sit in the harpoons.
Pack into one vehicle, yeah.
Actually, for fun, once I realize like there's like not enough room, I'm gonna call Rhea over. She wants a ride.
You know what? Just to say I did it, and she'll hop on with you.
All right, we're gonna go on ahead.
So you're gonna fly up.
I'll just
Okay.
go like scout ahead type deal.
Sure. So as you kind of move, I assume like over the buildings, I guess. Again, same old. The fires have died down, and as has pretty much all the action that was happening in the city prior. Yeah. The rest of you're rolling up as well. You're taking the demon grinder. Pack you in. Oh. Okay. Okay. So I'll roll you guys up. How close do you want to get?
Sort of like as close as you can get to be the shortest align to the keyholes, if that makes sense.
Okay. So I would say that you could probably get to about here and be on the outer radius of it.
Because it's around, when you say it's around the equator, you mean around this way, the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, the center point of it is about here. Actually, I'll back you. The center point of it is about here, where my mouse is, and you guys would be on the outer rim of it, right there, looking straight up at it.
I wanted to, while we were driving, have Gantash teach me the song.
And then on the beats that go, it just.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, so give me, how's about this, Yoll? Give me just a straight shot intelligence check.
Doomed. Oh, that's
Ooh.
annoying.
Okay, so I will say combined with, I mean, you've been in the city before, you've heard, whatever, the songs of the city. And given that they're the holy capital, you've heard it quite a bit before, but this refreshes you as to kind of the rhythm of it. So you get a pretty good idea of the rhythm of this hymn. And on the beats, it's not perfect, but you can get a pretty good idea within like a second.
Friggin' annoying.
Yeah.
Frig.
Okay. Buru, what are you doing?
Like, he just... Okay. What did Yoll just do?
So he is kind of listening to Gantash humming and the song.
Oh.
And then when the beat hits at the end of the verse, he's
Alright.
gathering that the lightning's striking at that
And
point.
you said we had to go around somewhere around here? This was the center?
I know where you're at is the outer rim. The center is about here where my mouse is, but given the diameter of it, you guys would be on the outer rim of it right where you're at and looking straight up at the outer rim.
Oh. Is this as close as we can get?
I mean, you could get to the bottom of it, but this is as close as you can get on the ground.
And is the vehicles in a way that, like, on my screen we're obviously on top of buildings, but like,
Yeah, I mean, you would have parked on a road. Like the road's kind of interweaved throughout.
okay, I guess I actually want to fly up to the outer parallel, like side by side, but obviously just out of reach of what I think is safe. So if you're saying I'm in the outer rim, I want to fly up, basically.
Okay. Okay. So you fly up, and Yoll, kind of as you're down there taking in the beats, just kind of memorizing it, you see Buru just flies up to get closer to the companion. Buru, you see as you get, I will say, you get within about 20 feet, and then you see that the ball starts to crackle again in its charge up phase, and it lets out a bolt of lightning. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
DC is probably 52.
That's deception.
Sorry.
That's a
Oops.
deception skill check.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm still gonna. I'll keep your. I would have kept the roll if you wanted to keep the roll. Like that, it was a nat 20. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it's just 20 plus 3.
Yeah, it's just 20 plus 3. Okay, so
Sorry.
so you see this thing start to crackle up, and you see a little ball, almost like if the sun were starting like a solar flare, kind of the lightning version of that, as it balls up close to where you're at, and you just shoot straight up, and it launches a bolt clearly right where you were just at, and it rips across the city and lands somewhere close to the western side of the city, arcing right over top of the rest of your group as well. And you are able to get out of the way of the lightning bolt. As you're up close to it, you can see that that this once glowing bastion of light is now a totally black metal ball, clearly made out of that infernal iron. And as you're up there, you can see there's a band around the equator of this thing that has very clearly those slots.
Wow, so it's in the middle of it. Wait, so are you saying that the rods have to be put in rather than slotted down? Oh fuck.
How do you think keys work?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Usually I think of rods being upwards rather than being slotted in. And since they're big, it's just kind of like, that's weird. Okay.
I mean,
I
yes,
guess,
this is weird, but we're also a turtle and a bull who are about to fly up to a magic rock and put sticks in it. So.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna fly down.
Okay.
And without warning, grab a rod, I guess.
Okay. And as you make your way down, it goes through yet another cycle. You kind of make your way down to the ground. A couple seconds later, it lets rip another bolt that arcs across the city. Okay, you're able to load one up, and Yoll, you can tell me what you're doing.
Let's friggin' let her rip, Silas.
I will
They-
cast
Sorry.
die. That's it.
As they start to fly away, I'm gonna cast Bless on 2 of them.
On both of them?
Yep.
Sweet. What does that do?
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw, they can add a D4 to the attack roll or saving throw, and they have a minute.
A minute. Okay. So Yoll, you still kind of have the rhythm that you're going through with the song, and by the time the spell is cast on you, you've got probably like 10 seconds before another beat happens. So
I want to tell Yoll, once you put it in, don't hesitate to go back for another one and just keep going. Don't stop. I have a feeling things will happen once we put it in.
I don't think I have very long
You
to be a bird.
you have long. Is it what is it?
Well, it's 10,
10
minutes, and I'm gonna have
10
to
minutes.
wait
You have
beats
long,
to
yeah.
make sure the timing is right. You know, all that kind of shit. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, let me know how it feels, Yoll. I haven't used the spell yet.
Oh, good.
Don't worry.
I will pick up a
very
rod
skilled.
and I guess start flying.
you're waiting for the beat though?
I'll sort of come out to parallel, sort of roughly where Buru was at before, though I think a bit further away because I think I saw him almost get domed by the thing.
Yep.
And I'll like wait for the moment.
Okay. So how far off the ground are you going to stay? Just so I know where you're at.
Am I gonna stay?
Or like where are you going? Like where are you waiting
I'm
for the beat?
parallel with the, or I
You
guess perpendicular to the equator.
Oh, so you're going way up to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going up.
Okay. So
Before
got-
before I fly up, I want to grab out of my bag one of the sweet apple tarts with celestial caramel drizzle
okay.
and put it at Baldon's mouth.
Okay. and it gladly takes it and just scarfs it down in one chomp. And despite its contorted, demonic-looking face, you see a little horse smile creep up across its freaking mouth.
Now it's flying slower.
Gonna pat his head. Don't let me down, boy.
Starts cramping up.
Starts cramping up. Starts foaming from the mouth.
Oh,
Okay.
Celestial Caramel.
Okay, so you guys make your way up. You're chilling perpendicular to this thing. Okay, so when you guys get up there, this thing lets out another bolt as you're coming up. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, both of you.
Danger sense advantage.
Yes,
and
you do.
I will add a d4 to this.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Damn. That's with your d4?
Still only a 12, yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, I rolled a 1 on the d4.
Okay, so as you make your way up, Yoll, you take 12 lightning damage. Buru, you kind of have this, I don't know, you've got the literal lightning fast reflexes with your nightmare, and you're able to slide your way up.
In my defense, I'm learning how to fly currently. So.
Yeah, that's true. So you guys see, like, Yoll just, as he's going up with this rod, this lightning bolt just arcs straight through him and then crashes to the ground. And you see him, like, you can almost see his skeleton kind of light up through the flesh.
I'm
But
going to take that opportunity to beeline for the closest
okay.
keyhole.
Okay, and you, I assume, take the rod to put it into it.
Yeah, I picked up the rod before I even cast fly.
All right.
Is there a way for us to get like an object of some sort on the map?
Well, what do you mean?
Or
Oh,
do you want
like
us
to draw it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll draw it for you. My pleasure. Seems about right. Right, monk, right there. You see that?
I do not. Oh, now I do. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
It's
you should just see the
brown.
outer rim of it. Okay, so you make your way up. You attempt to push this thing in. Give me a strength check as you're shoving this into the slot.
shit. Just straight up strength?
Straight strength.
21.
Okay. You roll up to it, and you seem to have your footing about you with the flying spell that you're kind of adjusting to, and you're able to still be able to put your shoulder into it and shove this key in. And it shoves in about 2 feet, sticks out the remainder of the way about 4 feet, and you can see a little kind of burst of light come from around the outer bit of the hole where the key entered, and it doesn't seem to shove in anymore, and the light stays kind of beaming out of it.
Can I stop flying and plummet?
I don't actually think you have control of that.
I think Silas does, right?
Yeah, I think Silas would be able to do that, though.
No, not ending the spell.
Oh, he wants to control the flying.
Oh, that's
He
a good
wants to
question.
descend.
Like,
That's
I
a
want to
good-
descend, and I want to descend quickly, because I don't want to get struck by Ligadane.
He linked fly, right?
Yeah, let's scroll.
You
up
touch a
little
willing
bit.
creature, the target gains a flying speed. When the spell ends, the target falls if it is still aloft, unless it can stop the fall.
Oh man.
I guess seeing it gains, you would have control.
I mean, you have to be able to
Yeah,
control it.
that
So
would be
you
weird,
can,
yeah.
You can turn it off. I think you can turn it off. Yeah.
I can just stop flying and plummet
Yes.
to, like, let's say 30 feet above the surface.
Yes. Yeah, that is very odd, but yeah, you can.
While I do that, I also want to retract in my shell for dramatic effect.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Cannonball!
Okay.
Cracks
Buru,
Elturel.
you're gonna be. What are you doing up there, buddy?
I want to go to the furthest one I can see.
Okay.
Yoll.
So you would make your way to about there.
Okay. Same thing. Want to attempt to
Jam it in.
rod in. Yeah.
Okay, now you, my friend, have a horse with you that is going to be helping you with this. So I'm going to say that you can have advantage on this check.
For some reason, I pictured Bru and a horse is standing together, just trying to like put in a rod. Okay,
Zariel's just with like a Sea Thief spyglass, zooming in,
You said
looking.
ability check, right?
Strength check, straight strength. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
My
you
big
said
boys.
advantage or?
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, should I just do it just for?
Yep. Okay. So you are able to find a good spot. The horse knows what it's doing in terms of flying, and it shoves this thing in with you. You've got kind of your arm around it, almost like a giant lance, and you're able to find the hole, push it in. You see it goes in about 2 feet as well. Big beam of light comes out from the outsides, and it will not budge any further in.
All right. I actually want to fly up, sideways, but back the direction I came from.
Oh, okay. You want to like float around along the equator?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to do so. Give me a dexterity saving throw as you do this.
Oh, god damn
Horse can't help you with that, bitch.
So this time, unfortunately, it will ding you. So a lightning bolt arcs up and smashes through Buru, and you can see, almost like a cartoon, the horse and Buru take the hit here. This time you will take 16 lightning damage, Buru.
Wow. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Fly back down to get another rod.
Okay.
And I want to, I guess, comfort my nightmare.
All right. It seems disturbed, but it's still following your command. So you had your way back down. Yoll, are you just grabbing another one?
Yeah, when I plummeted, it was just to get to the surface faster, so I could grab another.
Okay.
I'm gonna give guidance to Buru. If he goes back up.
Yep. I'm grabbing another rod too. No hesitation.
Okay. So the closest, the next closest ones would be on kind of the southern side down here, and then the other ones you would have not seen yet, so you assume they're on the back side.
I'm actually gonna grab the rod and go over to the backside.
Okay. So you just fly over the gap underneath the orb.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's still one close by, right? Like right here.
No, Yoll got that one.
I got this one, and he's going this way.
He's going way across the underneath.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
far
I'll
side.
go south the other way then.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't want to fly parallel to it anymore, because fuck that. I want to fly low.
Okay. Yoll, with the as you guys separate, with the still kind of the song beats in your head, you see the lightning charge up and flash again, streaking across the city.
Not at me though.
No.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm going as quickly as I possibly can to get these fucking rods in, especially because I got before.
I will say that you guys roll your way up. Both of you can give me strength checks for the insert.
15.
15. Okay. Meets a beats. Okay, so you both get a good hold. You're getting a little bit more tired now, but you're still able to put your back into it and shove both of your adamantine keys into the orb. Flash of light comes out. You're satisfied that it's in. So if you head back down, if you're just kind of going with, just as fast as you can, I'm going to say that it's, given your travel time, the lightning's going to arc again. So you guys are going to both make a dex save on your way back.
Oh, that's a 5 with advantage.
I still get hit.
You have
Okay,
guidance.
Hold on.
You have guidance.
Guidance gives me what, advantage?
Plus 4d4.
Plus 1d4.
Plus 1d4.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a 20.
Okay, so Yoll, the lightning arcs through you on your side of the orb, and it attempts to then turn towards Buru before coming down to the city, but Buru is able to dash out of the way. Yoll, you take 14 lightning damage on your way back, and who is picking up the last rod?
I will.
Who's closer?
I think I am, right?
Yeah, that'd be Buru. So
All right.
Buru, you can load it up.
While I'm loading it up, I'll just yell, "This is it! Prepare yourselves!"
And we'll
I'm assuming
regroup
it's
back
here?
to the homies.
Something like that.
You're down on this side here. Wait. Okay. So I'll say that by this point, Buru would probably get at least the idea that there's some time in between. So I'll say the lightning arcs out again before you head your way up. And you make your way up. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
We never failed.
Y'all don't miss those. Okay. So you just shove the last rod in, and you just kind of are hoping as this thing slides in, the last kind of bit of strength. And as it clicks in, the light that bursts forward through the hole.
I immediately want to fly back.
Okay.
Just not like back towards them. I just want to fly directly behind me.
Okay.
That direction.
Oh, like back down to the city. I see.
Yeah.
So the light that beams out, kind of like trickling along on the outside of the rods, is totally outmatched by the now cresting just ray of light coming from all sides of the companion now, much brighter than even when it was a second sun hanging over the city. This pure white light fires forward, and you can see the companion start to swell and grow, and then slowly start to shrink, this single ray of light coming from all sides. And as it shrinks down, you can even hear, now as the lightning dissipates, even the battle below that was raging on has a brief moment where you can hear through it, in a single shout, bellows through, seeming to echo across the city as the orb shrinks down to about 10 feet across, still hanging in the air. And it slowly descends towards the ground.
I'm gonna rush towards it.
Okay. That ray of light kind of carries down with it as well.
I
And
will move towards it as well, just not quite so vigorously. But I am also still flying because I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll ease back in as well.
Silas, what are you doing?
I'm rushing. I don't care.
You are.
I know, dude.
I'll follow Gantash.
Okay. So it's coming down kind of in between these houses here. And I'll bring you over this. Actually, yeah, Rhea will follow you too, but everything else stays behind despite it all being there, so the vehicles are not with you. Almost like a laser kind of cutting across the city. that beam of light still persists, and then it lands in between the two houses. And then top of the orb, now a kind of almost like a burnt copper type color, this entire orb. The top of it, the top half, just gets pushed off, and you see this almost like a pale green arm. Thanks for letting me know. This pale green arm just kind of like slumps over the side of it. And it just slowly is like kind of twitching, like feeling around the outside.
Hello?
The arm just stops moving. Who is out there?
My name is Gantash. My compatriots and I have broken you free from your prison. And I'll say greetings in Celestial.
Second arm comes up, grabs the rim of basically the bowl now that's left. The second hand grabs it as well. You see pulling itself up. Something you've only ever read about or seen depictions of in artwork. Again, pale green angel figure.
Yugoloth.
Now standing, as it stands up out of the ball, kind of crunched up, and stands all the way up to about 10 feet tall. Its angel wings just kind of flopping down to its sides, and wearing nothing but basically a white cloth that kind of flows down to its ankles, bound around its waist. It stands up, totally white eyes, and looks around. How many years? How many years have I been?
50. $50.
Where are we?
The first layer of hell. Where Zariel rules.
Actually, don't get freaked out. This is the normal token size. I gotta shrink it.
Holy mother. Jesus.
Holy crap.
Yeah. He's a big boy. You can see, despite his impressive form, it's clear in the way that his arms are shaking, even holding himself up, leaning forward on the rim of what was once the companion. He's quite weak. And she carries on living.
Yes.
Is this the city still intact?
It has a few days before it touches the ground.
he just like shakes his head. We can't let that happen.
No, we can't. I'll start to approach Angel closer and reach out my hand.
He reaches out his own hand, and as he grabs yours, you realize just how immediately impressive this figure is, as his hand makes yours look like a baby's hand, basically, as it wraps totally around.
Yes. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
You notice as Gantash's arms connect with the Angel's, his eyes start to roll into the back of his head, and his face starts to grimace. And there's just this kind of just very light, dark fog that somehow spills out behind Gantash's neck and starts to creep along his arm. And when it passes through to the Angel, it clears and the fog is lighter. As it then travels up the Angel. And I'm going to cast Life Transference.
The hell is that? That's so sick. Okay. Okay, roll it. Don't die again.
Okay. That's juice.
This is a max of 32.
Yeah, he got 60 HP.
Wait, how much?
It's double my damage. He got 60 HP back.
So you rolled the 30.
I rolled 30. Yeah.
Whoa.
Shit.
He just got 60
That's
HP.
insane. Is that like 3 8s and a 6?
Yep.
Holy shit.
And so you see Gantash just grimacing and the Angel, kind of just cracking the neck or whatever the Angel's doing, but like some life is starting to be put into him.
You can see his shaking slowly dissipates, and he kind of like swells up a little bit. His wings start twitching and coming to. Thank you, Cleric. I will fight another day with the help of Torm. And he reaches out into kind of nothingness and just grabs at the air as though he's grabbing at the hilt of a sword. And you can see this long sword starts to form, and as it starts to actually come to form, he is holding it and kind of looking it over, and he looks at the hilt of it, and he just kind of like sees, like he has like a questioning look on his face, and then he kind of shakes it off and goes back to talking to you guys. Gantash, give me a perception check real quick.
18.
18. So as he says Torm and the sword starts to form, you can see as he looks at the hilt, he kind of like peels his fingers back to look at the hilt. It is the symbol of Lathander that adorns the hilt of the sword before he closes his hand around it. And just says, "We are blessed."
I'm just gonna. I don't know if he looks at me. Well, I mean, I'm like right there. We had just had this interaction. But after he does that, I'm gonna kind of just, as I'm looking up at him, my face is gonna start to like squint. Like I'm gonna give him a puzzled look. Like kind of like just lightly shake my head. Like confused. A confused look.
Faith, we are blessed on this day.
And then I'll like look down and kind of just like hold my amulet as I'm looking at it. Still confused.
And he takes notice, but doesn't address it. He just continues looking amongst your group. Rhea at this point has dropped to a knee and started bowing her head. And he says, I am not a god. And I've been tormented, captured. I don't deserve praise. Tell me, how close is the city to being taken?
2 days, maybe 3.
It will be me who brings it back.
I don't think it's that simple. Believe me, I am glad and grateful. We now have you on our side. There's still a few more steps to take.
What steps are those?
First and foremost, we have location. Zariel's sword. She herself does not know where it is. Is an important piece in rescuing Elturel. But sword is guarded by powerful creatures.
Sorry, I can't. I can't be close to that sword.
Why not?
She has turned her back on Celestia. And that sword is cursed. I would recommend no Celestial goes near it.
I'll be shaking
Do
my
you
head.
understand?
It's not cursed. She hid it herself. She hid it in a celestial form. That devilish form could never find it. was not cursed.
You don't understand. Not a curse in the way that your magic works, or that you know it. There's a deeper connection. We have to our gifts, our weapons that were given to us. When you turn your back, that gift becomes a curse to any celestial. You would be wise to seek it out, but you wouldn't be wise to put it in the hands of somebody like me.
Because the power would consume you.
Worse than that. I fear that it would bring me to the same fate as Zariel.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But you mortals, if it is truly your desire to seek out and pick up that sword, know that whoever unsheaths and holds that sword will be changed. You will absorb what was good of Zariel. And it will change who you are entirely. Do not take these words lightly.
What do you know of this unicorn?
I knew that there was one captured many, many years ago. I assume they've used it for their own devilish purposes. But it looks as though nothing's changed. It still maintains its celestial. It will be okay.
If neither of you either the unicorn nor yourself can help us get this sword, we are to take that battle alone.
No, not alone. You will go with the strength, knowing that I will see to it that nothing touches this city. And if you can find a way to break the chains that bind it, I will lift it back to the material plane, as I was the one who caused this to fall in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
Zariel. The only reason that the companion was placed above that city was because it was a ticking bomb waiting to go off. And when it did, when I did, that's what caused the city to fall. She harnessed my power as a planetar.
Minotaur. Wow. What's your name?
Have it. I was literally just looking at it. Nascius.
So am I.
And what do I call you, noble warriors?
I'm
Okay.
Yoll.
Yoll.
Silas.
Number.
Well, again, if you can find a way to break the binds, I will lift this city. It has lost all strength to pull itself back. I can feel that. But I will bring it back. I'll need to continue to regain my strength. But in the meantime, I will look over this city. And not a single fiend will touch its soil.
You note most of the citizens held up in the High Hall. I'm sure you feel that. Maybe there are more elsewhere, but that's where a majority of the city is hiding.
As much as I couldn't do anything about it, I could still watch.
No.
The lives that weren't taken were signed away. Those who don't remain in the High Hall.
Nascius. There's a chance that in order to lift the chains, we may have to kill Zariel. How do you feel
What are
about
you-
that?
What she's done. 50 years of torment. And that's just me. You do what you must. And I will support you.
Okay. Will you take care of the unicorn?
We will
Can help
both
you
be
guard.
regaining our strength. Say again?
Can help you guard the city.
Yes, it will. You actually see the wings kind of, he's still kind of just standing with you guys, but you see the wings kind of now stretch and fan themselves out. This maybe 20 feet across, 25 feet across. And just with one pulse, he shoots himself over to the unicorn, grabs it under one arm, and flies back, lays it down, and you just see him kind of pet his hand across the mane and across the back. His hand just glows, and in a snap, the unicorn comes to. It immediately runs over and starts kind of like almost like a cat, like nuzzling aggressively against everyone. And telepathically, you can all hear it speak to you. That was torment, and I too am in your debt.
Just glad you're okay.
Not in the business of collecting debts.
Speaking of
This city. Sorry, go ahead, Silas.
no. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, speaking of debts, we kind of need those rods back.
You can have them. And you can see they've clearly shrunken themselves down to the scale of the orb in its current state.
Oh.
And he just kind of gingerly pulls them out. They're about the size of rulers, about a foot across.
He said he wanted the rods. He didn't say he needed them 6 feet long.
True.
I'll take them. Put them in my bag.
Oh, that's right. He does have that contract.
Thank you.
I was just stop him.
It's not my place to ask questions. You do with those what you will, though they were built for one purpose. This hideous thing. And he kind of kicks the bottom half of the orb open and just stomps through the center of it, and it just crumples. And he picks it up with one hand and just tosses it in between the two land masses, and it just topples to the ground. This city will return on my life. And if you require me in your confrontation with Zariel, simply call out, and I will come.
Hey, Zariel, are you feeling a little nauseous?
Oh my god. That's gonna be something
This
hilarious.
is straight up Lord of the Rings. That we got like a whole ass. We got an army. We got elephants. We got fucking
Unicorns. We will definitely call upon your aid as if it ends up being a battle with Zariel, it may be a party.
Well, it'll be good to stretch these wings again. And he reaches out, puts your head in his hand, and it just dwarfs your head. You can feel his fingers on your back as your head rests in his palm. And he closes his eyes, and his hand again begins to glow. You kind of see him like His eyes are closed and he's like, his head like twitches a little bit. Pulls back. And he just kind of looks at you. You've lived a long life. I watched you for many years. You are loyal. I pray for all of your destiny. Again, I will watch over the city. He kind of kicks off, flaps his wings up, hovers 15 feet off the ground. I will not ask any questions of or favors of my rescuers, but have faith. It seems as though you're all blessed.
Or cursed.
As you say that, he looks over at Yoll. He just says, "Blessed, Buru." And he starts taking off, flying above the city, clearly patrolling, just looking around. What would you guys like to do?
That was
I thought that was going to be a lot harder. And a lot more helpful.
yeah. I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Say what? I mean, he's still gonna help.
Yes, but I was hoping giving that sword would be taking candy from a baby. Now it's taking candy from a dragon.
And a demon. Possibly a demon dragon, we're not entirely clear.
Exactly. I was hoping for the baby part. Well, we're gonna
He's
get.
only gonna lift a city.
Yeah, but we have to do all the work to get the city to be liftable.
Yeah, was just like fly down and like.
Yeah, you
Flash.
break the fucking chains, big guy.
He's
Come
just
on.
he's afraid of a little pitchfork, a little tiny sword. Oh, it's gonna make me evil.
I would say that's probably something we shouldn't risk.
All right. How do we get our vehicles back down?
Same way we got them up.
You not need to rest, Gantash. Looks like you gave a lot of yourself to that celestial over there.
Who's for the
His
greater
name
good?
is Nausea.
It's Nascius, but okay.
His name is Pukey.
His name is Pepto Bismol.
Hey Zariel, upset stomach, diarrhea.
The cure for Zariel is a little good old Pepto Bismol.
We're calling the session right there. Fuck you guys.
Uh,
Well, I thought he was gonna make things easier. Not just be there at the fucking end of it all. Yeah, we'll
you
call
just
it there.
do
I think
everything.
that's fair. We can call it there. There's only 3 minutes left.
Oh.
All right. You fucking kooky kids.